Welcome back, Sleep Nation.
Hey, Dan, how are you?
Hey, Michelle. Good. Good to always nice to be back in our lovely Sleep Takeout Podcast recording studios here.
I don't know. I mean, while I think it's actually really easy to record remotely, I just don't enjoy it as much.
Well, it's different.
We can't have our coffee together.
No. Oh, and we have the coffee beans.
Yeah.
That's smelling good, girl.
Dan, we're still working on the coffee beans.
Oh, yeah. They smell amazing, by the way.
So
quite tasty, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's January. So this when we're recording this is January. We're all into kind of being healthy, having New Year's resolutions.
New year near you.
Are you a New Year's resolution person?
No.
I totally am.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you would have thought that about me.
I mean,
it's really arbitrary that it's January, but I really like games and challenges, and New Year's resolutions seem like a challenge to me.
Oh, okay. All right. How long do these challenges last?
So it's all varying amounts. So it depends on what it is. So my reading challenge. So last year it was like read 25 books in 2025.
Oh, how did that go?
I read 111.
Oh, damn.
So,
okay, girl.
so
did you now read or listen? Because I do love Audible. I do love Audible.
So yeah. I'm usually either listening to a book and reading a book at the same time, or listening to two books and reading a physical book.
Okay.
So the ones that I tend to listen to are really long books because otherwise they're just heavy and kind of bulky.
Tired but not sleepy books we might recommend for others. No. Although my preference on that is read a book you've already read before. That's
so great. I really don't have too much of a filter, but I'll tell you, my friends got me into these fantasy series, with dragons and
what's the name?
Vampires. But there's a whole thing. It's called romantic fantasy, which is like Harry Potter for adults. And I totally think that these books would be great standalone without the whole love interest
thing in there.
Girl, you're
like reading the Lifetime Movie Network books. It sounds like that's what Michelle has discovered.
They're really entertaining. It's like Harry Potter, but like for grown-ups.
I get that. Totally.
There's a lot of death in it. There's a lot of sex. There's
life.
A lot of different things. So I would not say it's a tired but not sleepy activity.
Right. Those sound too engaging. You don't want those books. You kind of want boring books for your tired
and they have hard names. So it's like Harry Potter meets The Hobbit.
Oh, girl, there are some hard,
Yes.
Yeah, Tolkien wrote some tough
and
stuff.
The series that I'm on now, all of the girls' names, traditionally girls' names, are boys, and all the boys are traditionally girls' names. So it's just different. And half of them are like two different type of species in one. They mated with different species.
So when we record our next visit to the podcast studios and you come in full outfits from your reading time periods, I'll know what happened.
Right.
I'll be like, Michelle is a dragon, half something else today.
Right.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I think that there's just a lot going on at the beginning of the year, school being back in. We were just talking before we started hitting the record button just about distractions. And you brought in some books today.
I did. We're going to talk about it. This is mainly for, should we do them now? And then just get them out of the way. We got recommendations for our listeners. But maybe you got to stay tuned to hear what they are.
Okay, that's right.
That's a better option. We're trying some new formats for
the other thing that we're going to format is there's always going to be a takeout tip.
Yes.
And so you're going to hear a little bit about the takeout tip.
I don't know what it's going to be yet. We are old school. Oh, yeah.
I know the takeout tip. Anyway, but then we have to practice the takeout tip.
We do. Total learning curve for us. Yeah. How many? We are a lot of episodes in too. Right. Yeah.
This is episode 114 that we're recording today.
Yeah.
And because it's the beginning of the year and because we had a lot of feedback about our GLP medicines and metabolism, I thought we'd talk a little bit about how sleep and metabolism
We're going to wait for
related.
Michelle's custom blend GLP ones to come out on the market.
No custom blend GLP ones. All right. So
Sleep Takeout auto-injectors to the rescue.
The quick takeout is you need to understand that metabolism is about how bodies utilize calories, about how they get calories that are going to be absorbed into the body, and then how it's utilized. So it's not like the simple calories in, calories out. There's a lot more going on than just that. But we really talk about how bodies, to work on metabolism, you need to balance your hormones, you need to do muscle repair and growth of muscle, and then you really want to work on this energy regulation. This is where sleep hits in and where the sleep matters. So there's a lot that goes into the hormone stuff, and we talked about that before, about leptin and ghrelin and about your cortisol and this adrenaline stuff. There's also the physical work about repairing the muscles in the body. It's really important to realize is that sleep is really integral into getting a good metabolism system going on. So the reason why it's harder for older adults to lose weight is because they're decreasing their slow wave sleep. It's a natural physiologic thing that happens as we have less slow wave sleep as we get older. You can rest and digest, as that's part of the sleep system, but without as much slow wave sleep, it's going to be a little bit harder for you to control all the cell regeneration process and the energy restoration. But if you have broken up sleep, where you're waking up multiple times, if you're having I call it the nap when you fall asleep watching TV and then you have a harder time getting to sleep at night, you don't have as much sleep pressure to get that slow wave sleep going. So this is a really important point when you're trying to address your metabolism. You do not want to sign up for that boot camp class in the morning that's decreasing your total amount of sleep. When you get less than 6 hours of sleep, you will gain weight. Your body kind of sees that as more of a stressor. And a lot of times some of those classes which are happening before people are showing up to work or to school, and they are happening at a really important time where cortisol is starting on the way up, and it may be hitting you at the wrong time for that energy restoration. So the kicker to improve sleep metabolism is be consistent with your sleep schedule. And that is takeout tip for this time. Is really hone down where your body is. There's a couple apps that can kind of help you if you're morning or night. We've done the questionnaire, the owl or the lark. So you really want to try
Most people already know, though.
Figure out if you're working against your natural clock, that is going to be an important thing for you to work on in terms of this consistent sleep. You want to optimize your environment for your sleep. And pretty soon our website will be up and there's going to be products that you can purchase.
Oh, like your blend of GLP-1s.
Again, we'll probably not be on our website selling the GLP-1s.
I love that idea, though.
But you do want to optimize your sleep environment. So cool and quiet. Also kind of free of extra things that might really annoy you or make you have the tendency to want to do them. So we're just talking about, reading before you go to bed may not be great if it's something that's really stimulating for you, but having a book could be helpful so that if you're nervous about going to sleep and not having something to do when you wake up, it could be helpful. That's
why you need your basket of activities or box.
You're tired but not sleepy.
Yeah,
it's happening again this year.
Ooh.
It is. It's the first week of March, and we'll promote it a little bit more closer to the time. And then the other really important one, the last part I would say, is you really want to avoid the heavy meals and the excessive caffeine. I know that becomes, especially during the holiday times where you're not eating on your regular schedule, you're having caffeine too late, you're having a heavier meal later in the day, you're snacking when you wouldn't normally snack.
Right.
How do you feel like your metabolism could be affected by your sleep?
Well, I mean, it definitely, the more fragmented your sleep is, the harder your body's going to be from a metabolic burn perspective as well, in terms of just the overall calories kind of consumed. I would say the other part too is you really don't want to eat foods that your body's going to need to be digesting when you're also trying to enter into that sleep process, since that process, the digestion process, also is going to slow down while you're sleeping. So it's one of those things of where it's not going to be something on its own that causes a ton of, dysregulation, but it combined with other things, it can definitely kind of get you not the best sleep that you're wanting. So,
right.
But yeah,
I
agree.
So the tip is figuring out how much sleep that you need. I would say the vast majority of adults, we're talking somewhere between 7 and 9 hours. And that seems like a lot, but that's really a
I have a
starting
good number
point.
of people that are at between 6 to 7. And I think I will say it does really depend on a
Less
lot
than
of
6 is
factors.
harmful.
For
What I would say is
sure.
you really kind of want to aim for like what your optimal amount of hours would be. And then you want to set your schedule. So we've talked about before. And again, we could probably argue on it a little bit, but I
Mhm.
don't think we argue. I think if you get to choose one, you choose your wake up time. You don't choose your bedtime.
Correct. I wouldn't even call it a bedtime. I would say it's a not to go to bed before time. Like, if you're not
That's a good
sleepy
point.
at that time, don't go to bed. Um, it, so it's really it's almost like a ceiling versus a floor effect type of thing. And what you're wanting to do is to say, okay, I'm going to stay up until this amount of time, because most people that deal with insomnia do not have enough sleep pressure going into the night, and that's why you want to make sure that you're building up as much sleep pressure as you can possibly do. The other one is that most people are going to bed with their battery too full. Like, you do need to be exhausted when you go to sleep. That's going to help you get better, deeper, more of that stage 3, better for your metabolism type of sleep is going to happen when you're going to bed just truly exhausted. So I definitely have clients that tell me like, oh my gosh, like we just took a trip, we were traveling, we were out and about all day long, and I got some of the best sleep ever. And I'll be like, ding, 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 there's a reason why.
Mm-hmm.
So
let us know if you found this episode helpful on using sleep to improve your metabolism.
mhm.
We can definitely answer more questions if you write to us or leave a comment on YouTube about the more specifics in terms of metabolism and sleep, or go back and look at some of those recent past episodes when we talked about GLP medications
Mhm.
and weight loss in terms of metabolism. But this is for someone who, again, maybe you're trying to build muscle, maybe you're trying to just be less
Mhm.
unfit and
Oh
work
yeah,
really on metabolism. Sleep is a key component to that.
for sure. I mean, and I was even just reading something recently too about the and we could probably do a whole episode on this too, of the longer term real benefits to your brain health from just exercise in general. And there's more and more data on just the value of exercise from a brain health perspective. But I would also say, come back to these GLP-1s, because this is a common issue of anytime you're losing weight, you are also going to be losing muscle mass, which is why you do need to proactively be building muscle mass while you're on a GLP-1. Because if you're not building your muscle, your body will start breaking it down. So resistance training, really important. Um, Cardio, also important, but important for different reasons. So I think that's why you need both. You need a balance of both. We should do both, Michelle. We should have like a resistance training cardio day where maybe we have cool headbands, sweat headbands like the 80s. Oh my
Okay.
God, we could have outfits. All right, Sleep Nation. Until next time, before we go down the 80s exercise video rabbit hole. All
All
right,
right. Bye.
bye.